Hey, good to see you again. It's been a couple minutes since I've been on here, and wanted to talk about the boogeyman. No, talking about communism, Marxism, capitalism, um, and how these words are being used is not right in many cases. Um, the entire world, most of the free world exists on an economic system that's called capitalism. It's based on private ownership of the means of production for profit. Um, Communism is more of a radical restructuring of society, um, where all of the private property and markets are made a part of the government. They're not individually or private any longer. It's unrealistic and to have a true communist um, economic system, and the it's seen as there's a loss of incentive for doing well. There's can be the criticisms also include it stifles innovation and economic growth. It's from a capitalist standpoint, communist states have a poor track record, and they've often led to shortages, economic stagnation, and repression. Um, and that's what we've seen as evidence of that communist system. Marxism, through a capitalist eye, is more like a critical analysis and a blueprint for societal change rather than a man-made, ready-made system. Marxism identifies problems with capitalism, like worker exploitation, but it doesn't offer any practical solutions. Um, Through a capitalist eye, um, you can acknowledge that Marxism raises some valid concerns about inequality, and how those reforms are addressing them. Regulations, a social safety net could be seen as addressing some of the issues that Marxism has identified as problems and issues with a capitalist society. Here's an analogy. Imagine from our capitalist viewpoint, we see society as a garden. Marxism identifies the weeds and suggests better tools. Communism, on the other hand, proposes ripping out the entire garden, planting something different with no expectation of what those results might be. Remember, this is just one perspective, and there are many. There are many valid criticisms of capitalisms, and communist theory offers alternative ideas and social justice and resource distribution. So it's just a way to think about some of these other principles rather than using Marxism or communism as a boogeyman and those guys are out to get you. That's really not the case in most circumstances, especially here in the United States. I don't think anybody wants to make this a communist country. Now, using some Marxist principles, we can identify some problems with our capitalist society to help make improvements. Just some food for thought. Nice seeing you. Subscribe, like, all that other kind of stuff, and maybe I can keep doing this every once in a while if it's worthwhile. Thanks again. Have a great day.